dreamlike spectacle unfolds on the African plains, an endless expanse of grass suddenly alive with movement. Towering herds surge across the horizon, each step guided by ancient instinct. Lurking in the shadows, predators wait with silent patience. This is nature's grand arena, a timeless struggle for survival, where every day is a test of endurance and instinct. The Serengeti, cradle of life, and the starting point of one of Earth's greatest journeys. Here, millions of grazing animals face the harshest of trials: hunger, thirst, exhaustion, and the ever-present threat of death. Relentless, unforgiving, the race for survival has begun. Welcome to Wild Serengeti, a battle for life at the heart of predator territory. The Serengeti migration is one of nature's most powerful cycles, a ceaseless rhythm where life and death walk hand in hand. Every creature, from swift-footed predators to the tireless herds they pursue, plays a role in the intricate living tapestry of the wild. Across the grasslands, the pounding of hooves echoes like a heartbeat, a signal, a warning. The inevitable clash between hunter and hunted is underway. The leopard, master of stealth, waits with patience. When the moment strikes, it seizes its prize, then hauls the kill high into the trees, out of reach of prowling lions and scavenging hyenas. Elsewhere, the cheetah blazes across the plains, a living arrow loosed in the blink of an eye. Speed grants it the catch, but not always the meal. In the Serengeti, even triumph is fleeting. A lion senses the chaos and uses it. With precision, it drives wildebeest and zebra into tight grass corridors, cutting off escape. Here, strategy is the difference between a full belly and empty days. The pursuit begins. The strong surge forward, the vulnerable fall behind. At the Mara River, the surface lies deceptively calm, but beneath it, shadows stir. Nile crocodiles, still and silent, wait for the perfect moment. When the herds finally plunge into the waters, the river explodes into a frenzy. Muddy torrents swirl with hooves and panic, and every leap becomes a desperate fight for survival. From below, the strike comes swift and brutal. Yet many break free, each escape one step closer to the safety of the far shore. Spanning over 12,000 square miles, the Serengeti stretches toward every horizon, a land of striking beauty and brutal reality. Here, millions of wildebeest, zebras, and nimble antelope like the Thompson's gazelle undertake an epic journey, a perilous trek across rivers, grasslands, and open wilderness. Every step weaves a thread in an enormous ecological web, from riverine forests to swampy marshes, from golden plains to shaded woodlands, every habitat teems with life. Over 70 species of mammals, hundreds of bird species, each one a vital link in this vast interconnected ecosystem. Even the smallest creatures have their part to play, in maintaining the balance of life in the wild. But this land is also ruled by predators: lions, cheetahs, spotted hyenas. With each migration, their ancient rivalry reignites, fueling dramatic encounters of power, instinct, and survival. Together, prey and predator create a moving masterpiece, a tapestry as graceful as it is fierce, etched into the soul of the Serengeti. In the heart of East Africa lies one of the continent's most awe-inspiring natural wonders, the Serengeti. Stretching across the central and western reaches of Serengeti National Park are the Serengeti Woodlands, a vital ecosystem where open grasslands merge with sparse forests, creating a landscape as dynamic as it is diverse. Covering thousands of square miles, these woodlands offer sanctuary to a range of non-migratory species. Giraffes tower above the canopy, while elephants roam the forest paths in quiet procession. Here, dense acacia trees and thick shrubs provide more than shade. They sustain life. From grazers and browsers to the apex predators that follow them, all depend on this rich vegetation. With annual rainfall averaging between 30 and 40 inches, mainly falling between November and May, this region transforms during the wet season. The plains come alive, lush, green, and abundant. For herbivores like buffalo and giraffes, this seasonal bounty brings brief relief. But as the climate shifts, so too does the rhythm of the rains. Erratic patterns, prolonged droughts, and unseasonal storms now disrupt this fragile balance. Animals must travel farther in search of water, and the growing scarcity intensifies competition. During the dry season, this struggle becomes starkly visible. Buffalo herds clash over dwindling patches of grass. Giraffes reach higher into the treetops, stretching for the last remaining leaves. As daytime temperatures rise, conserving energy becomes a battle of its own. The once predictable seasons now blur, affecting not only the Serengeti woodlands, but also distant ecosystems like the Mara. Across these changing landscapes, herbivores must adapt or perish. They are forced to navigate an increasingly hostile world, where survival depends on resilience and an unrelenting will to endure. In the rugged heart of the Serengeti woodlands, a symbol of power and resilience roams the land, the African elephant. Towering between 10 and 13 feet tall and weighing up to 13,000 pounds, this gentle giant dominates the plains not with aggression, but with quiet authority. Over 5 million years of evolution have shaped its immense body and unique adaptations. Its broad, fan-like ears act as natural air conditioners, dissipating heat under the intense Serengeti sun. In this harsh tropical environment, elephants move in small, matriarchal herds, crossing vast distances in search of food and water. During the dry season, they follow the lifelines of rivers like the Grumeti, or dig into the earth to uncover hidden groundwater, creating temporary water holes that become critical resources for countless other species. The woodlands themselves are shaped by iconic vegetation, acacias. Combretums and kora trees offer essential nourishment to elephants. An adult elephant consumes up to 300 pounds of vegetation each day. Yet the seemingly insatiable appetite plays a vital ecological role, clearing brush, opening pathways, and making way for new grasses to flourish. Every step they take, every tree they push over, reshapes the landscape, fostering biodiversity and creating shelter for smaller animals in their wake. But the world around them is changing. extended droughts and erratic rainfall, fueled by a shifting climate, are forcing elephants to travel farther and compete harder, pushing an already delicate ecosystem closer to its limits. Still, the African elephant remains indispensable. They are ecosystem engineers, vital to the nutrient cycle. Even their dung enriches the soil, spreading seeds and fertilizing the land, ensuring the continued vitality of the Serengeti woodlands and the distant plains of the Masai Mara. They are not just inhabitants of this wilderness, they are its architects. In the dense grasslands of the Serengeti, a rich mosaic of acacia and kora trees forms a green oasis, a haven for one of Africa's most formidable herbivores, the African buffalo. With broad, muscular frames and iconic crescent-shaped horns that curve like natural armor, they are both guardians and survivors of this wild domain. These horns are not just for show. They are powerful tools of defense, capable of warding off predators as fearsome as lions. In the constant struggle for survival, they are the buffalo's front line. Within each herd, strength dictates status. Dominant individuals take the lead, forming a living fortress of muscle and instinct, a collective defense that few predators dare to challenge. As the sun climbs high, buffalo seek refuge in the shade of towering trees, cooling their massive bodies in the heat of the day. When hunger calls, they move as one, a wall of horns and hooves sweeping across the grasslands. Feeding not only sustains them, but also sculpts the landscape. An adult buffalo consumes up to 35 pounds of grass daily. Through their grazing, they manage the growth of vegetation, clearing dominant grasses and shrubs, making space for smaller, more diverse plant life to thrive. Their steady movements carve trails into the bush, opening corridors and clearings where smaller species can feed, hide, or nest. In this way, the African buffalo becomes more than just a grazer. It becomes a steward of the land, a key player in maintaining the Serengeti's ecological balance. But their role in the food chain is dual. Though adults are formidable and rarely fall to predators, the young and vulnerable are prime targets for lions, hyenas, and other carnivores. In life and in death, the African buffalo sustains the wild, caretaker of the grasslands, and a cornerstone of the predator-prey dynamic that defines the pulse of the Serengeti. As the dry season sets in and water sources begin to dwindle, vast herds of wildlife are drawn to the remaining pools and rivers scattered across the Serengeti woodlands. These precious water holes become the lifeblood of the land, but they also turn into stages of tension and drama. Here, the hunt is on. Predators, hidden in the tall grass, lie in wait, their eyes fixed on the gathering herds. The cracked earth and the rhythmic sound of heavy breathing tighten the suspense. The calm before the storm. The swamp becomes a battleground where every creature fights not just for survival, but to maintain the fragile balance of the Serengeti ecosystem. In this harsh landscape, it's not only strength that matters. Endurance and adaptability are equally crucial. For the predators, the challenges are relentless and ever-changing. Amid this struggle, one master of survival rises above the rest, the spotted hyena. With over 22 million years of evolution, the hyena has honed its skills to perfection, a testament to resilience and adaptability. It thrives in the ever-shifting rhythms of the wild. With powerful jaws, cohesive packs, and flexible hunting strategies, The hyena plays a vital role in the Serengeti. When the dry season sets in and rivers run low, herds of wildebeest and zebras converge around the shrinking waterholes, creating an unprecedented feast for the predators. For the spotted hyenas, this is an opportunity they can't afford to miss. Living in large clans of up to 80 members, the hyena's social structure is led by females, who maintain order and fortify the clan against any threat. Together, they are a formidable force, united in both hunting and defense. At night, the hyena's advantage grows. Darkness becomes its ally. With speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, they tirelessly pursue their prey, covering vast distances in search of an opportunity. Their hunting strategy is relentless. The hyenas use their group tactics to exhaust and wear down their quarry. Equipped with a bite force of over 1,000 pounds per square inch, they can crush bone with ease. They are not only skilled hunters, but opportunistic scavengers as well, often taking kills from lions or other predators. No part of the carcass is wasted. Everything has its purpose. Each meal sustains the hyenas. And in doing so, they contribute to the delicate balance of the Serengeti, where every move they make embodies the raw harmony and fierceness of nature, a testament to the will to survive. With an estimated 3,000 lions, the Serengeti boasts one of the highest lion densities in the world. The Serengeti Woodlands, a vast mosaic of open grasslands and scattered forests, forms a hunting paradise for the East African lion. Dubbed the king of predators, the East African lion has evolved over the course of 2 million years. Its body has been perfectly sculpted for survival and hunting across this expansive, wild terrain. The grasslands interspersed with low, solitary trees. In tightly knit clusters, adult East African lions are formidable hunters. Males can weigh up to 500 pounds, measuring between 8 and 10 feet in length. Females are lighter, ranging from 260 to 400 pounds. The male's thick mane acts as both armor and symbol, providing protection in fights and commanding attention in the harsh environment. Each day, lions consume between 10 and 15 pounds of meat. Instead of relying on long sprints, they prefer ambush tactics, employing sophisticated hunting strategies. The Serengeti Woodlands, with its open grasslands and scattered trees, provide the perfect backdrop for these lions to lie in wait for their prey. With short bursts of speed reaching 50 miles per hour, a pride can quickly close the gap on large prey. Wildebeest and zebras are no match for their coordinated attack. Using surrounding cover, muscle power, and razor-sharp teeth, they subdue their prey with calculated precision. Yet, in the Serengeti, challenges are never far behind. Lions face fierce competition from spotted hyenas, formidable hunters that also work in groups. Hyenas won't hesitate to contest a meal, even when it means facing off with lions. This rivalry, part of the delicate food chain, helps maintain the balance within the vast ecosystem. The East African lion, however, is now classified as vulnerable by the IUCN. Human encroachment and increasing conflicts with local populations threaten their survival. As apex predators, lions are critical to the health of the Serengeti ecosystem, and their decline could send ripples throughout the entire landscape. The presence of these lions, powerful and majestic, serves as a vivid reminder of the continuous cycle of life in the Serengeti and the enduring resilience of this wild world. The Serengeti woodlands stretch endlessly across the horizon, a vast expanse where the East African cheetah races through the grasslands, its body a blur of speed, a flash of light that blazes brightly before vanishing into the wilderness. The tall grasses and scattered shrubs create the perfect stage for the cheetah to showcase its remarkable speed. Millions of years of evolution have shaped this predator, crafting a sleek, agile body designed for one thing: speed. Every movement of the East African cheetah is a marvel of grace and precision as it sprints with unrivaled fluidity across the plains. The life of the East African cheetah is unlike any other predator. They do not roar like lions, nor do they form large prides. Instead, males form small coalitions to defend their territory, while females raise their cubs alone, teaching them the critical skills needed for survival. In time, the young cheetahs are prepared to fend for themselves. A soft chirp or a gentle call across the grasslands marks the quiet communication between cheetahs, a subtle connection that contrasts sharply with the mighty roars of lions. In these moments, a magical silence falls over the wild. As the sun rises high, the cheetah moves with stealth, advancing through the tall grass toward its prey. In an instant, it unleashes a burst of speed, reaching 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. Each stride beats like a drum, its heart and muscles working in perfect harmony, driving the cheetah forward with extraordinary force. At full sprint, the cheetah can reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour, but only for a short distance, from 300 to 500 yards, before it must slow down to recover. Its long tail acts as a rudder, allowing it to make quick, sharp turns, pursuing its prey with unmatched precision. Hunting is a race against time. The cheetah lacks the endurance for prolonged chases, and if the sprint proves unsuccessful, it must abandon the hunt, leaving the prey to escape. Exhausted and vulnerable, the cheetah pauses to recover, its body needing rest before it can try again. Under the relentless sun of the Serengeti, at an elevation of around 5,000 feet, the Londo rangelands experience a semi-arid climate. Temperatures fluctuate between a cool 50 degrees Fahrenheit at night and a warm 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Nestled between the Serengeti National Park and the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, Londo unfolds as an endless landscape, vast, dry, yet teeming with life. The arid terrain is brimming with vitality, sustained by resilient grasses such as Thanida and Sporobolus, which anchor the soil and protect it from erosion. For wildebeests, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles, Londo is a vital resting point on their long migration journey. Small streams meander through the grasslands, especially precious during the dry season, when water sources in the Serengeti become increasingly scarce. Here, herds gather to rest and recharge, preparing for the next leg of their arduous trek. Londo not only acts as a refuge for wildlife, but also plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of nature. It serves as a buffer zone, where wild animals and livestock coexist, sharing the vast open grasslands in a delicate dance of survival. The open grasslands of the Londo rangelands, with their sparse obstacles and wide, unobstructed views, offer an ideal habitat for the Thompson's gazelle, a small yet agile antelope of the Serengeti. Here, herds of gazelles, numbering anywhere from a few dozen to several hundred, migrate alongside wildebeests and zebras in search of fresh grazing lands. This journey serves not only to satisfy their hunger, but also to escape the pressure of predators that relentlessly pursue them in their previous territories. Standing at a modest height of 22 to 26 inches at the shoulder and weighing between 26 and 40 pounds, the Thompson's gazelle is easily recognized by its light brown coat and distinctive black stripe running along its sides. Its large eyes and long ears are always alert, poised to detect any signs of danger. Living in herds offers them a strategic advantage. In the event of a threat, individuals can quickly communicate with each other, forming a natural defense line across the vast grasslands. The Londo rangelands, with their short grass and scattered shrubs, provide a perfect open stage for the gazelles. Here they can spot predators, such as cheetahs and hyenas, approaching from a distance, giving them the chance to evade danger with remarkable speed. The gazelle's diet is simple yet effective, consisting primarily of short grasses and a few shrubs, which sustain them during the dry season, when water is scarce and survival becomes a daily challenge. The Londo rangelands are an ecological haven for the Grant's gazelle, a species well adapted to the harsh conditions of the Serengeti. Standing between 30 to 36 inches at the shoulder and weighing between 100 and 165 pounds, these gazelles are distinguished by their light brown coats, white underbellies, and striking black stripes along their backs. Their appearance allows them to stand out against the backdrop of the savanna. With a nimble body and powerful legs, Grant's gazelles are perfectly suited to navigate the challenges of this environment, where water is scarce and grass grows only sporadically. They live in small groups or complex social structures, which enhance their chances of survival through cooperation. Together, they offer each other greater protection, creating a natural defense system across the vast plains. Grant's gazelles are incredibly fast, reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, allowing them to outrun predators like lions and cheetahs. Their long, curved horns are a defining feature, especially in males, who use them to defend their territories and attract mates during the breeding season. While the Londo rangelands present challenges, they also provide opportunities for the gazelles to hone their survival skills. The expansive terrain forces them to sharpen their speed and quick directional shifts, which are vital when evading danger. With a flexible digestive system, they can adapt their diet, switching between grasses and shrubs when food sources become scarce, a survival strategy that helps maintain the ecological balance of the region. As migrating herds arrive on the grasslands, promising green pastures, the relentless chase begins. However, as the dry season intensifies, a land becomes increasingly barren, and the expansion of livestock grazing areas further reduces the availability of natural prey. Every sip of water and every patch of grass becomes more precious, heightening the competition among predators. With little choice, they fight fiercely for each meal in these vast, unforgiving rangelands, where the cycle of life and death plays out with every movement, quietly shaping the fate of all who live here. In the semi-arid Londo rangelands, vast grasslands stretch across the horizon, blending with low shrubs, creating a striking landscape. Here, the East African lion has perfectly adapted to the harsh conditions of the region, not only in its hunting strategies, but also through its physical traits. Lions in Londo have evolved with thinner coats and lighter manes, allowing them to dissipate heat efficiently under the intense desert sun. This adaptation reduces their need for water, a rare and precious resource in this expansive land, where prey is sparse and water is even more limited. To survive, East African lions have expanded their territories, moving constantly in search of food. Each pride covers more ground than its counterparts in wetter regions, traveling vast distances to find their main prey. Drought-adapted animals like Grant's gazelle and wildebeest. Their hunting behavior has also shifted. As temperatures drop at night, the lions become more active, taking advantage of the cooler conditions to stage their major hunts. Lionesses, the primary hunters, lead the pride in complex strategies, encircling their prey with remarkable precision. During the sweltering heat of the day, when the lions retreat to the shade, they rely on ambush tactics. Using the wind to mask their scent, they stealthily approach their target, preparing to launch a deadly surprise attack. In the harsh, dry season, as water sources dwindle, Londo's lions have developed the ability to extract moisture from the body fluids of their prey. This remarkable adaptation allows them to survive without needing to travel far in search of water, giving them a crucial survival advantage. In this unforgiving landscape, the lions maintain their position as apex predators, thriving even in the most extreme conditions of the Londo rangelands. In the semi-arid Londo rangelands, the spotted hyena is a true warrior of the night. As nightfall descends, it becomes their ally, enabling them to hunt in cooler temperatures, conserving both water and energy in the intense heat of the day. The hyena's cunning and endurance reach their peak after sundown. Hyena clans can travel over 6 miles each night in search of food, their persistence driving them across vast stretches of land. But these animals are not just predators, they are nature's cleanup crew. The hyena can consume almost every part of a carcass, from tough bones to sinew, playing an essential role as natural recyclers in the ecosystem. When food is scarce, hyenas form tight-knit packs, sometimes even competing with lions for their kills. These rivalries are fierce, but their teamwork and coordination allow them to dominate scavenging, securing vital food sources, especially as water becomes increasingly scarce. When hunting Thompson's gazelles or zebras, hyenas exhibit a remarkable rhythm. They maintain their stamina, expertly wearing down their prey until it tires. With every turn and shift in direction, they move with fluid precision, turning each chase into a dramatic test of survival instinct. The chase becomes an intense spectacle, a thrilling display of strategy and endurance in the vast wilderness. High above the Londo rangelands, the tiny eagle soars, its wings slicing through the vast sunlit skies. Below, the golden grasslands stretch endlessly, bathed in the warmth of the day. The eagle's plumage, a blend of browns, seamlessly merges with the semi-arid landscape, granting it perfect camouflage, an unseen predator hidden among the dry shrubs and silvery grasses. Its dense feathers provide protection from the scorching heat of the day and the chill of the night, a vital adaptation in a harsh world where only the resilient thrive. From hundreds of feet above, the eagle's sharp eyes scan the land, keenly aware of every subtle movement below. Each glance is a potential strike, its precision unmatched. This predator's power lies not only in its endurance, but also in its remarkable speed. In a swift, almost explosive dive, the tiny eagle plummets toward the earth, targeting small prey, hares, young antelope, with unerring accuracy. Its sharp talons and strong, hooked beak make quick work of its catch. During the dry season, when water and food grow scarce, the eagle's resilience becomes even more evident. It feeds on a varied diet, from rodents and small birds to the remains left behind by other predators. As a vital cleanup specialist, it prevents the spread of disease and sustains the balance of the ecosystem, ensuring that life in the rangelands continues. Under the relentless heat of the midday sun, the white-headed vulture circles high above the land, its keen eyes scanning the earth below for signs of life or death. As a skilled scavenger, it is often one of the first to arrive at a carcass, diving swiftly to claim the remaining soft tissue before larger predators arrive. With remarkable vision that extends far beyond its immediate surroundings, the vulture can cover vast distances in a single day, traveling up to 6 miles in search of food. Its strong wings carry it effortlessly across the vast Londo rangelands, always on the lookout for the next opportunity to feed. Meanwhile, In the higher reaches of the sky, the Ruppell's vulture, also known as the Ruppell's griffin vulture, glides silently, a vigilant guardian of the air. Soaring at breathtaking altitudes, it thrives in the thin air, thanks to a unique lung structure that enables it to endure and survey the land below. At an astounding flight altitude of 37,000 feet, it holds the record as the world's highest flying bird. Ruppell's vultures are social creatures, rarely seen alone. Instead, they gather in large flocks, often congregating around carcasses to share the spoils. This social behavior enhances their ability to locate food and increases their chances of survival in a region where resources are scarce. Their cooperative strength during feeding ensures they can make the most of every opportunity, even in the most challenging conditions. But threats loom on the horizon. The Ruppell's vulture is currently listed as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. This social behavior enhances their ability to locate food and increases their chances of survival in a region where resources are scarce. Their cooperative strength during feeding ensures they can make the most of every opportunity, even in the most challenging conditions. But threats loom on the horizon. The Ruppell's vulture is currently listed as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, with illegal hunting and habitat loss pushing this majestic species toward extinction. In response, conservation efforts are underway, including population monitoring and restrictions on harmful chemicals, to protect this vital cleanup specialist and secure a future for it in the wild. In the vast, sun-scorched grasslands of the Serengeti, scattered like solitary fortresses, the rocky outcrops offer sanctuary to the elusive rock hyrax. These creatures have carved out a secure existence on high ledges and hidden crevices, where they are nearly invisible to the watchful eyes of predators such as leopards and eagles. With specialized footpads and sweat glands that help them grip the slick surfaces of the rocks, the rock hyrax moves with surprising grace, as if it were a natural mountaineer. Despite their small size, these animals navigate the rugged terrain with agility and ease, eluding danger while remaining vigilant. Though often overlooked, rock hyraxes are remarkable in their resilience. Their tusk-like incisors, a distant echo of their elephant relatives, allow them to gnaw through tough leaves and bark, sustaining them under the intense heat of the Serengeti. Their brown-gray fur blends seamlessly with the rocky outcrops, making them nearly indistinguishable from the timeless landscape they call home. Living in groups of up to 8 individuals, rock hyraxes rely on their strong social bonds for survival. Cooperation is key, as each member of the group remains ever watchful, attuned to even the slightest movement or sound that may signal danger. A shadow cast by an eagle overhead can spell peril, and with their sharp senses, these small mammals are always alert to the threats that surround them. In the shadowed kopjes of the Serengeti, leopards have mastered the art of stealth. They use the natural crevices and caves of the rocky outcrops to shield themselves from the intense midday heat, emerging only under the cloak of nightfall to hunt in silence. The kopjes offer more than just shelter. They serve as elevated vantage points, allowing the leopards to observe their prey from a distance and evade potential threats. Over millions of years of evolution, the leopard's hunting prowess has become legendary, making it one of the most skilled predators among the big cats. With its sleek, powerful frame, the leopard has honed its ability to stalk and ambush with precision. Weighing between 100 to 200 pounds and stretching 5 to 7 feet in length, the leopard's lithe, muscular body is built for agility. Its golden yellow coat, adorned with distinctive black rosettes, provides perfect camouflage amidst the rocky and bushy terrain of the kopjes. It's here, in the shadows, that the leopard thrives. As a solitary hunter, the leopard employs a methodical approach, quietly stalking its prey until the moment is right. With a swift, explosive charge, the leopard launches an unexpected attack, striking its target when it is least aware. Each powerful leap from above can fell creatures ranging from small antelope to large birds. A master of the climb, the leopard's strength and sharp claws allow it to scale trees and navigate rocky crevices with ease. Its exceptional climbing ability enables it to hoist its prey high into the branches or deep into the crevices, keeping the kill safe from scavengers like hyenas or lions. Amid the towering granite kopjes of the Serengeti, small lion prides carve out a life in one of the region's most unforgiving landscapes. Typically composed of just 5 to 10 individuals, these prides have adapted to the rocky terrain and its harsh limitations: scarce prey, limited space, and sweltering heat. Unlike the expansive grasslands where large prides roam freely, the lions of the kopjes must rely on stealth, patience, and resourcefulness. The bouldered outcrops provide strategic high ground, natural ambush points from which lions can scan the horizon and await the approach of migrating antelope or unsuspecting prey. Rather than charging across open plains, these lions move silently between the rocks, concealed by the terrain. When the moment is right, they launch sudden, precise attacks from above, an ambush strategy that often yields greater success than traditional chases. But the kopjes serve not only as hunting grounds, they also offer vital sanctuaries for raising young. Lionesses tuck their cubs away in narrow crevices and shaded rock shelters, protecting them from both predators and the relentless midday sun. These hidden nurseries provide the security needed during the most vulnerable stages of life. In this rugged environment, survival demands adaptability, and here, within the ancient stones of the kopjes, the lion's resilience endures, quietly, powerfully, and against the odds. Even as the surrounding grasslands and woodlands wither under the sun's relentless heat, the Serengeti swamps endure, lush oases that retain moisture throughout the dry season. These wetlands are lifelines, drawing in both migratory herds and resident species with the promise of precious water. Fed by rivers like the Grumeti and Mara, these swamps are more than seasonal havens. They are biodiversity hotspots. Dense grasses and tall shrubs offer refuge for large mammals, concealing them from predators and providing vital shade from the scorching heat. Here, life persists and flourishes. The swamps form a vibrant, living tapestry, a dynamic, ecological hub that supports the Serengeti's natural balance through its harshest months. Among those drawn to these verdant wetlands is the Maasai giraffe, the tallest land animal on Earth. In contrast to the dry plains, the swamp's year-round water allows these giants to remain well hydrated without long migrations. With a steady food supply, acacia leaves, and tall shrubs rich in nutrients, the giraffes thrive. Standing between 15 and 18 feet tall, Maasai giraffes have an aerial advantage, effortlessly scanning their surroundings for danger. Their long, muscular legs not only help them navigate the marshy terrain but serve as powerful weapons, capable of delivering devastating kicks to deter predators. During the rainy season, when the swamps are at their most lush, giraffes often gather to reproduce. The dense foliage and secluded corners offer ideal conditions for birthing. Calves are born into shelter, hidden from view, and remarkably, within minutes of birth, they stand, ready to follow their mothers into the unpredictable wild. These swamps are not only a refuge for mammals. The African sacred ibis, with its signature curved bill and contrasting white and black plumage, finds sanctuary here too. In the shallow, nutrient-rich waters, it hunts for fish, insects, and invertebrates, using its sensitive bill to probe the mud below. Versatile and resilient, the sacred ibis adapts swiftly when resources dwindle, often moving in search of new wetlands during the driest times. It is this adaptability, shared by so many swamp dwellers, that defines life in the Serengeti: survival through movement, resourcefulness, and balance. In the heart of the Serengeti swamps, power lies beneath the surface. The true silent rulers of this waterlogged world are the hippopotamuses. Colossal yet elusive, dominating the landscape with quiet authority. Gathered in groups, they bask in the still, sun-dappled waters. These swamps offer more than just sanctuary. They are a source of life. For hippos, the cool, muddy waters are a refuge, protecting their massive, heat-sensitive bodies from the scorching sun. Weighing up to 4,500 kilograms and stretching as long as 5 meters, hippos are among Africa's most formidable animals. During the day, they remain mostly submerged, only nostrils, eyes, and ears breaking the surface, ever vigilant, ever aware. Their thick skin secretes a unique reddish fluid, nature's built-in sunblock and antiseptic, shielding them from harmful UV rays and infection. As dusk falls and the sun retreats, a transformation begins. Under the cover of darkness, hippos leave their aquatic strongholds. They move ashore in silence, lumbering through the swamp to graze on tender grasses and shrubs. A single adult can consume up to 80 pounds of vegetation in one night. By waiting until late evening, they minimize competition and conserve energy in the heat-heavy environment. Yet for all their calm, hippos are far from passive. With a bite force of nearly 1,800 pounds per square inch and tusks reaching 40 centimeters, they are capable of fending off even the boldest intruders. Territorial disputes are frequent and fierce, especially among dominant bulls vying for control over prime stretches of water. These herds, often numbering between 10 and 30 individuals, are highly structured. Alpha males guard access to the water and vigilantly protect females from threats, both external and from within. But their role in the ecosystem extends beyond brute strength. As they travel through narrow channels and streams, hippos carve out pathways in the wetlands, shaping the very environment around them. These natural corridors allow smaller species to move freely, turning the hippo into an unintentional engineer of the swamp. In the rhythm of life here, the hippo is both a guardian and a gatekeeper. Its immense presence vital to the balance of this rich and complex ecosystem. In the northern reaches of the Serengeti and the bordering plains of the Masai Mara, the final chapter of the Great Migration unfolds. This transboundary region, where Tanzania meets Kenya, is a breathtaking mosaic of sweeping grasslands, scattered acacia woodlands, and the powerful, life-giving artery of the Mara River. It is a land both abundant and unyielding, shaped by cycles of rainfall and relentless survival. Between November and May, seasonal rains bless the region with 35 to 40 inches of moisture, transforming the savanna into a green haven. It's this seasonal abundance that beckons migrating herds of wildebeest and zebra, completing the northern arc of their epic 500-mile journey. As zebras arrive in the northern Serengeti and Masai Mara, they find lush, rain-fed grasses, nourishment vital for the long trek ahead. Guided by ancient instinct and inherited memory, they follow traditional migration routes, paths passed down through generations, These animals demonstrate remarkable intelligence, locating food and water while skillfully avoiding barren terrain that could lead to exhaustion or death. Scattered acacia woodlands offer more than shade. They provide vital cover from predators lurking on the open plains. In these woodlands, zebras find temporary refuge, safe spaces to rest and recuperate. This is also a season of new life. The fertile conditions make it an ideal time for breeding. Newborn foals, just hours old, are already able to stand, walk, and follow. A crucial skill in a world where movement means survival. But the journey is far from over. Driven by the drying of the southern plains as the rains end in May, wildebeests surge northward. Their ultimate challenge lies ahead, the crossing of the Mara River. Between July and October, hundreds of thousands converge at the riverbanks, an awe-inspiring mass of life on the move. The Mara's swift, turbulent waters are not the only danger. Beneath the surface, Nile crocodiles lie in wait, ancient predators poised to strike. In these high-stakes crossings, adult wildebeest often lead the plunge, creating a turbulent path that offers younger, weaker individuals a better chance to survive. The herds instinctively time their crossings for when the river is lowest, minimizing the risk of drowning and reducing their exposure to the waiting jaws below. Each step, each crossing, each survival is a triumph in nature's grandest spectacle, a migration etched in instinct, endurance, and the eternal rhythm of life on the African plains. Protecting the Serengeti is not just a local concern, it is a global responsibility. This living, breathing ecosystem depends on the collective effort of people around the world. By raising awareness, rejecting products made from wildlife, embracing responsible ecotourism, and supporting conservation initiatives, each of us plays a role in safeguarding this irreplaceable natural wonder. Even the smallest actions ripple outward, helping to preserve the Serengeti's vast plains, iconic wildlife, and delicate balance for the generations still to come. If you've been fortunate enough to witness the thunderous migration or the raw drama of predator and prey on the savanna, consider sharing your story. Personal experiences are powerful. They remind us why this place matters and why it must endure. Let your voice become part of the movement to protect Africa's last great wilderness. And if you're moved to keep exploring, stay with us. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to continue the journey across the wild savannas, tracking migrations, unraveling survival stories, and facing the challenges of life in predator lands. From the Serengeti to the Kalahari, the wild is waiting. Landscape that stretches across several countries in East and Southern Africa, including Kenya, Tanzania, and Botswana. This breathtaking ecosystem is characterized by its rolling grasslands, scattered trees, and a wealth of wildlife that roams freely, embodying the essence of nature's beauty and rawness. As the sun rises over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the savanna awakens, revealing a world teeming with life, drama, and the unyielding cycle of survival. At first glance, the savanna appears to be a simple expanse of grass, but a closer observation reveals the intricate interconnections of its ecosystem. The grasslands, dominated by tall golden grasses swaying gently in the warm breeze, provide sustenance for a myriad of herbivores. Elephants, with their massive frames and gentle demeanor, roam the plains in search of food, uprooting shrubs and trees with their powerful trunks. Gazelles and zebras graze in herds, their graceful movements a ballet of survival as they scan the horizon for potential predators lurking in the shadows. However, the beauty of the African savanna is punctuated by the harsh realities of life. Predators such as lions, cheetahs, and hyenas play their roles in the grand cycle of life, hunting for sustenance in a land where the struggle for survival is constant. The sight of a lioness stalking her prey is both awe-inspiring and heart-wrenching, as she embodies the ferocity of nature's design. The thrill of the chase is an integral part of the savanna, reminding us that every creature, no matter how majestic or delicate, plays a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of this ecosystem. The changing seasons bring a rhythm to life in the savanna. The dry season signifies a time of scarcity, forcing animals to migrate in search of water and food. Elephant herds, in particular, are known for their long migrations, often traveling great distances to reach dried riverbeds and watering holes. The sight of these immense creatures, united in purpose, is a testament to their intelligence and social structure. Conversely, the rainy season breathes life back into the landscape, with thunderstorms rolling in and filling the parched earth with life-giving water. The savanna erupts in a chorus of activity as animals return to their territories and new life begins to emerge. The African savanna is a remarkable ecosystem that captivates the heart and ignites the imagination. Its breathtaking landscapes, diverse wildlife, and the interplay of life and death form a rich narrative that echoes the very essence of our planet. The African savanna, with its vast grasslands and seasonal rhythms, is home to a myriad of wildlife, among which the African buffalo stands out as a symbol of strength, adaptability, and communal living. These impressive creatures, characterized by their sturdy build and formidable horns, have evolved to thrive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. African buffaloes are gregarious animals, often found in herds that can range from a few individuals to several hundred. This herd mentality is a fundamental survival strategy, offering protection against predators such as lions, hyenas, and crocodiles. Living in large groups not only provides safety in numbers, but also allows buffaloes to engage in cooperative behaviors, such as vigilance and defense. When threatened, buffaloes can form a protective circle around their young, facing outward to ward off attacking predators. This instinctual reaction highlights the importance of social structure in their survival. The buffalo's adaptability extends beyond their social behavior to their diet and habitat preferences. As herbivores, they primarily feed on grasses, which flourish during the rainy season. However, they have also developed a remarkable ability to cope with changing environmental conditions. During periods of drought, buffaloes can graze on tougher, less palatable vegetation, showcasing their resilience and ability to adjust to food scarcity. Their relatively low metabolic rates enable them to survive for extended periods without water, allowing them to move across vast distances in search of sustenance and hydration. Seasonal migrations are a hallmark of buffalo life on the savanna. As the dry season sets in and water sources dwindle, herds travel in search of greener pastures and reliable water holes. This migratory behavior not only ensures access to food and water, but also plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of the savanna ecosystem. By grazing on grasses, buffaloes help to stimulate new growth, which benefits other herbivores and contributes to the overall productivity of the environment. Furthermore, their movement patterns can influence the distribution of plant species, leading to a dynamic interplay between flora and fauna.